What'd you feel in that match? Obviously, you had to go to sudden victory. What'd you feel in that match from start to finish? Obviously, you got to take down the sudden victory there.
I was just making sure I stayed patient in there to get my ties and get my fakes going. Yeah, just slowly as the match kind of kept going on, I started feeling that him bite on that fake a little bit more, and then kind of feel my hands a little bit more towards the end. So.
We obviously know a little bit more about Evan just because he wrestled all last year in the lineup. He establishes himself as a guy who has a great gas tank. That seems to be the case for you too. Can you feel when a guy gets tired and there's that opening where he starts biting on fakes a bit more, starts having slower hands, slower feet? Can you feel that out in there?
Yeah, for sure. You know, first period might be like super tough, and that's when the guy will have the most energy, super strong. But as it progresses, you can definitely feel him kind of slow down a little bit.
Jacob, do you feel your confidence level kind of building as you've gotten more and more opportunities in the lineup as the season's gone on?
Yeah, for sure. Metcalf and St. John, you know, they kept telling me I just need reps. So I need, you know, I obviously going out there as many times as I can and just getting different matchups and wrestling outside of our room, different opponents, just, you know, just getting reps and seeing what I'm made of, really. So yeah, it's helped a lot with my confidence.
You mentioned low-scoring matchups, sudden victories. The atmosphere of the crowd getting into it when you get into the sudden victory period. I mean, what's that kind of like?
Oh, it's hype. Honestly, I haven't really competed in Hilton with that many people in there, so you know, having that Cyclone Nation behind me, I think it helped a lot. So.
Jacob, we obviously talk a lot about you and Evan as a pair for obvious reasons, but how does it feel for you being able to, you know, make a statement for yourself and your wrestling and your success?
It feels really good. Obviously, I like watching him wrestle, and I like watching him succeed and do what he does, but Dresser tells us we got to be greedy sometimes, so yeah, that's all I would say there.
Cody, Coach Dresser just said that you were kind of finding out who you were this year as you go throughout matches. So what are you finding out about yourself right now?
That you just gotta tame those demons, you know. I had to dig deep this year to understand, go through a lot of injuries, and you know what, that there's no injuries in the jungle. You have to go out there and be willing to die out there, you know. So just being willing to accept who I am and who I want to be.
Who do you want to be?
A bad dude, a scary guy.
Cody, kind of same question to you. Obviously, the crowd was really feeding off of what you were doing on the mat. What was that like?
I couldn't really tell you. I wasn't really too, I was so focused in that match. I've been doing a lot of just visualizing that moment and cutting out everything until the match is over. And so I'm trying to keep my composure very stoic and very serious to where I'm just only focused on the match and what's going on instead of the other stuff that's going outside.
Cody, you mentioned taming some demons with injuries especially. There was a time, I remember earlier this year, Dresser said, we're going to medically redshirt Cody Chittum this year. So there was a time where you thought you would be, or the coaching staff at least, thought you would be out for the year. What's it been like to get back healthy, get back on the mat, and start winning big matches for Iowa State?
It's been great, but the biggest thing was just, am I going to go out there and do it, you know? I didn't want to have these excuses of medical and injuries, and I was getting really tired of it. So for me, it was a spark that I was like, I wasn't taking care of my body enough, you know? I probably was, but to me, I wasn't, you know? I want to be the perfect shape, I want to be the perfect flexibility, everything. I try to take everything super serious so that when I go out there on the mat, I don't have any issue with any confidence. I know that I put myself out there, win or lose. You know, that's why I go out there and take that shot in the end, because you know what? What if I need a shot in the NCAA tournament? I'm going to go it out there. If you got to take down, so what? I'm going for another game plan. You just have to keep improving, and it's just, that's what helps me.
Cody, bouncing back is a theme for this team this season. Do you feel you kind of bounce back alongside everybody?
Yeah, I'm a little chaotic in some of my philosophies and psychotic, but yeah, I feel like a lot of the guys are buying in and, you know, trying to help each other in the best way ever.
You say psychotic, and I think last year you had said I would tear a ligament to get a takedown. Where is this mentality came from over time to be able to wrestle like that?
Just becoming who I am as a person, you know. Just why I got put on this earth, become I don't know. That's a hard question, but there's a lot of demons I had to face. Let's just say that. A lot of things I went through by myself. You know, just figuring it out, figuring out life, figuring out who you are and what you really want to do, and if you're willing to do it. You know.
Throughout all that, how'd you keep the chin up? I mean, you mentioned March last year you didn't get what you wanted. You had the injury. So what was it? Staying positive and getting to where you are now.
Just planning everything out, having a system for everything, being organized, and just being able to, anything that happens or fails, I'm able to set back on it and go back and forward, come back forward. There's always growth. It's just, are you willing to water that plant, or are you just gonna let that plant, live a little bit, maybe die, bring it back to life, But I think just having my life as a system and keeping it going forward, and there's no emotions with that. They all cancel out.
Jacob, Cody. I tell you what. Anyway, Cody just got done saying that he can be chaotic and psychotic. Do you have a story or a thought that comes to mind of him being chaotic or psychotic? Like, give us a glimpse from your perspective into Cody's mind.
Say anything.
I'll just say, first thing that comes to my mind would have to be, obviously he works out a ton. All of us are getting 2-a-days, whatever. This guy's getting like 100-a-days. I don't even know how many times this guy works out. He doesn't ever sleep. But the first thing that comes to my mind would have to be, taking pride and taking control of our locker room. Like he was saying, his life works in systems. Our locker room, sometimes dresser will get on us. There's a towel, in the corner, or a pair of socks here, or whatever. So he fully took control of the locker room. We got a bucket for things that were just, in the corner or whatever. And seeing him, kind of get really organized and kind of work the locker room as a system and a whole. This guy's locker, everything's folded up nicely, and that's just how he operates. And seeing him grow through that and kind of, keep going, and it's been really nice to see. So.
Cody, do you consider yourself a leader on this team?
I try to, I can't say it right now because I haven't done anything. No, there's no credentials, but I try to set as an example. I'm not a leader, but I just try to help everyone out.
For one or both of you, the season for the team as a whole has had its ups and downs with the injuries and everything else. So how confident are you this postseason that this team can bounce back and still do some good things come March?
I'm very confident. I'm trying to have everything for the team prepared, have our locker room nice. That I'm trying to do my part in a way where I can have our team be set for success. And if we don't get it, I know that I put my effort into this team and help them out in a way that we could succeed. And truthfully, I feel like we can as a team.
How many hours a night do you sleep?
Couldn't tell you.
Over under 5?
No, I get the minimum sometimes. Okay. I'm still living.
Okay.
We're still good.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you.